Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, community testing to start in May, the next level in the fight against COVID-19. The private sector told to come up with a survival strategy in light of the coronavirus pandemic, and the coronavirus pandemic blocks dozens of Roseau Valley children from participating in developmental programs. The details coming up.
Avec Flow, animé on top up, sign up, quittez yo, every video join Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Giving away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you want to win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
First up in the news, it's been more than 21 days since Dominica recorded any new cases of COVID-19. The last update revealed only 3 confirmed cases in the country. National epidemiologist Dr. Shaladdin Ahmed says the Ministry of Health is about to conduct community testing from 5th of May for a period of 1 month. This effort will help authorities determine the next step in the state of emergency.
The objectives of this survey include the detection of asymptomatic carriers and the determination of the extent of the infection in the general population. This survey will be conducted on the randomly selected proportion of households from all 7 health districts. The survey will be initiated in the high-risk areas first, namely La Plaine and Marigot Health District. The date May 5th will give us 2 full incubation cycles since the detection of the last confirmed case. By such time, antibodies to this virus will be fully developed, and thus the timing of this survey to check antibody level vis-a-vis extent of the community transmission will be very valuable. All necessary preparation for this survey are on track. Ultimately, this survey will pave the way for an evidence-based exit strategy for this current state of emergency situation in Dominica.
Over 100 children from the Roseau Valley area no longer able to participate in developmental youth programs. Andrea Louis explains.
The Love One Teach One Foundation is directed by Gloria Walsh and aims to help less fortunate children in the Bath Estate, Silver Lake and Trafalgar communities, reaching youth as far south as Lubia and as far north as Yampis and Stock Farm. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak in Dominica, several of the foundation's projects have been put on hold, such as the World Good Deeds Day project, the Youth Leadership Camp, and the Library project, just to name a few. Ms. Walsh says despite all the halts on the projects, she is using available technology to uplift and encourage youth who benefit from the foundation.
But then what I told them, you know, they can download the Zoom and then we can have meetings. That is one thing for sure. That have, I think, the young people, you know, they know now, you know, they can do things online, and I have been encouraging them. And even with their studies, I have been every day, I am in the group, you know, asking them to continue their studies, not to give up, because you from their conversation, you can see now they really want to go back to school, meet their friends. But I have been encouraging them, you know, to stay focused and to do what they have to do to succeed.
The closure of schools means that some children who live in abusive households no longer have a safe haven to go to, which is a major concern for the foundation's director. Walsh, however, is playing her part to reach out to both parents and the children involved in these situations.
Well, that is a great concern for me because not too long, you know, I just, you know, sometimes you go into your own little moments, you go into your quiet moments, and you just start to think of certain things that are happening, and you know what that could be done with some children in being in abusive homes. So what I like try to do sometimes, you know, try to keep in touch with them, and even with the families. And I have some phone numbers, you know, I can talk to some of the parents and, you know, encourage them, you know, and tell them to stay focused and, you know, to give them that encouragement, because I know it's hard for a lot of them.
Under normal circumstances, children would have been receiving support from other institutions, sometimes in ways which were difficult for parents to provide. To this end, Ms. Walsh is speaking with benefactors on how to continue supporting the youth during the pandemic.
Some children, they get in the lunches, you know, at school, and some snacks. So and there are times, you know, sometimes the parents don't have it, but they know they can depend on the school to give them a lunch, at least to give them the lunch. And that too, I am worried about with some of the children. But what we're trying to do now, we are talking to our sponsors to see how we can facilitate some of the children, you know, to assist them, lunches for them.
The Labour Party candidate who contested the Marigot seat in the December 2019 election says he is pleased with progress on a promise to the people of his constituency. Senator the Honourable Gregory Revere was part of a government delegation on a site visit of the new Marigot Hospital on Wednesday.
I must say that I'm very pleased to be part of this mission. The last time we came here, we were actually on the ground, standing on the ground. This morning, I am pleased to state that we are standing on the first floor of the Marigot Hospital. And this was a project that was considered to be an election gimmick. But now we are seeing the reality and recognize that this government is serious about development. This government is serious about the development of people, and as such will ensure that all the necessary facilities are in place to make people as comfortable as possible. I want to say huge thank you to the government of Dominica. The government of Dominica saw it fitting to invest in this facility. As a matter of fact, the last time I looked at it on picture, it appears to be smaller on picture than it is in reality. And I want to commend the government for letting us have this facility in Marigat. I also want to thank the health team for the tremendous support that they've been given to this project.
Prime Minister Skerrit has praised the contribution being made by developers Montreal Management Consultants, MMCE, to stimulate the local economy. MMC's project manager Chris Timmins was part of a delegation on the site of the Marigat Hospital Wednesday for the pouring of concrete. The 40,000 square feet two-floor hospital will have a 75-bed capacity and wide range of essential modern facilities. The project is expected to be completed in 12 months, when complete services will include ambulatory and emergency care, ICU, maternity and pediatric care, lab and radiology services, and a trauma center. Construction is fully funded under the CBI program.
I want to thank MMC for this, for the partnership, for the collaboration. I think MMC has been a tested and true partner of Dominica's national development, and we look forward to a continued engagement with MMC in the years to come. I also want to specifically recognize the contractor, Renault, who has been maintaining high quality, high professionalism on this site, and one can see it, and taking into consideration the safety of all those who work here and all those who come on the site. So I want to commend Renault for this. Very soon the government will be articulating another list of projects that we intend to implement in partnership with MMC, and I believe in the next couple of weeks I'll be in a position to share this with the rest of the country, all to the benefit of the country, which will help stimulate the economy, stimulate economic activity, create jobs and employment for so many of us who need it in our country.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
When you feel a sneeze or a cough coming, covering your mouth prevents the spread of germs. You probably knew that. But the way you cover up also matters, and that means breaking a habit you've held near and dear all your life. Cover your nose and mouth with your flexed elbow or a tissue, not your hands. Discard the used tissue immediately. Then wash your hands. Help stop the spread of germs. Remember, your health is your responsibility.
A message by the Health Promotion Unit of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, Dominica.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partit l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. Animez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
If you're HIV positive or have an STI, having unprotected sex with multiple partners puts them in grave danger. You will expose every partner and their present and future partners to HIV or another STI. Use a condom every time you have sex. You can live a productive life even if diagnosed with HIV. Remember, early detection is key to your survival. Be responsible, protect yourself and others. Help stop the spread of HIV and other STIs.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
We're flowing better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you want to win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Thank you for staying with us. The Prime Minister has described as unfortunate public opposition to a plan to provide $17 million in income support to Dominicans who were laid off or had reduced work hours due to COVID-19. The Employers Federation and DSS were party to the recommendation and approved it.
The issue of the DSS funds, let me make it very clear to the nation. The issue of looking at using the redundancy benefit fund was not, it did not originate from Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister, Minister of Finance. I did not write the DSS and say, well, give me X amount of money from this fund. No. We did not do that. The DSS, on its own volition, and also prompted by the Dominica Employers Federation, looked at this possibility. And the Employers Federation sent out a 10-point strategy or 10-point plan to address challenges within the economy in light of COVID-19. And in one of those points, and I can forward the document to you so you could read to the public, that those points from the Dominica Employers Federation, one of those points was to use those funds. Because I believe that the Dominica Employers Federation recognized that this is an extraordinary time, and it will call for extraordinary decisions. And if employers who are contributors to this fund recognize that they have an obligation to and concern for their employees, and these funds are sitting there, why not use some of it? So just to reiterate, this idea did not originate from myself or from the government.
The Prime Minister says he has an SRO on his desk but maintains any social security funds used by government should be in the form of a loan.
DSS funds, whether it is the redundancy funds or the funds that it is holding in trust for current pensioners and future pensioners, must be treated with the greatest sense of respect and the highest sense of fiduciary responsibility, which this government has an unenviable track record of doing. So the recommendation to use the DSS fund is not a making of the government. It did not originate from the government. It originated from a proposal from the Dominica Employers Federation and the Dominica Social Security.
The funding would also assist bus drivers, the majority of whom are not registered with Social Security. The private sector encouraged to develop a robust business continuity plan as it faces a unique challenge this year. Executive Director of the DIC, Lizra Fabian, says the COVID-19 pandemic, coupled with the approaching hurricane season, puts the private sector in an unprecedented situation this year.
Business continuity planning is not only vital for COVID-19, but also for all risks that businesses are faced. Importantly, the hurricane season is coming up, and we are only about 1 month away from the official dates of the hurricane season. But the hurricane season, coupled with the impact of COVID-19 on our businesses, presents an extremely difficult challenge to business continuity. Due to this, DIC strongly encourages all members and businesses in Dominica to take a proactive approach to, one, creating the business continuity plan if it's not yet created, or two, amending this business continuity plan if it has already been drafted or implemented to an extent.
A well-fleshed out business continuity plan will help position the private sector to continue the delivery of products and services to its customers, protect the revenue stream, and safeguard the infrastructure of businesses.
Due to this, DAIC and its Arise Network hosted a special online seminar for micro, small, and medium enterprises on business continuity planning earlier this month. We engaged the businesses in assessing their risk profiles according to the 4 Ps, which are people, processes, profits, and partnerships. And we also looked at a 6-step approach that businesses can use to develop their business continuity plans. We continue to implore all businesses that continuity plans are like backup parachutes. We hardly ever need one, but we really don't want to operate without one because there may come a time when we actually need it.
And members of the Health and Wellness Association reeling from the widespread impact of COVID-19, Andrea Louis reports.
The Dominica Health and Wellness Association consists of professionals in the fields of providing health and wellness services, products and programs to locals and visitors alike. Terry Henry, PR of the association and owner of Live Your Nature Wellness Services and Products, says all members in the industry have been very negatively impacted by the country's COVID-19 response measures, especially since they are involved in a very hands-on business.
Most of our businesses have had to close throughout the whole Health and Wellness Association. Obviously, a lot of us work in close proximity to people, whether it's doing massage or yoga, chiropractic care, or any kind of counseling, nutritional advice. So anything that is, we cannot work close with people anymore. It's difficult you can't move massage online. So definitely something that, you have to be in person. And even the sales of our products, the outlets where we would usually sell our products have also closed or have been limited. And obviously, when the economy is negatively impacted, people will buy essentials, food, groceries. So certain products may not come under that essential category, and then the sales have been less. So overall, a big hit.
Dominica implemented its restrictions in response to the disease in March. However, before that, visitor arrivals to the country had stopped as the world responded to the pandemic. And while the association is trying to make the best use of technology, online wellness sessions do not compare to in-person consultations.
A lot of us work within the tourism sector, tourism and wellness, so within spas or doing, nature programs and things like that. So we did see a big drop from I'd say from February. We have some teachers who have put a few yoga classes online or dance classes, and we have had people offering counseling services online. But it just is not quite the same. And I actually think the influx of everything being online has also meant that people don't feel they even have a time to do a yoga class, in the same way they would make time for it in an in-person setting. So it can be a little challenging.
An appeal has been sent out to Dominicans to take their health and wellness seriously in order to come out on the other side of the COVID-19 pandemic unscathed.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Avec Flow, gagnez l'argent, on partit l'argent avec Flow. Gagnez l'argent, on gros sac l'argent. C'est juste ça pour gagner un gros sac l'argent avec Flow. And mettez on top up, sign up, quittez yo, et venez joindre Flow. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From
Yo, check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash.
Oh, yeah.
2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
with Flow is better every day, and now we're making parties great. That's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up.
Top up.
$10 or more.
Sign up.
Just switch to Flow.
Get a plan.
1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore.
With Flow.
Win a bag of money.
Cash out.
Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah. From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or switch now to win. It only gets better with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. Community testing to start in May, the next level in the fight against COVID-19. Private sector told to come up with a survival strategy in light of the pandemic. And the coronavirus pandemic blocks dozens of Roseau Valley children from participating in developmental programs. You may access our news on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.